Okay. In theory, we should be live now.
Blobinator Q started streaming Freddy Pharkas, Frontier Pharmacist.
We'll see if we get some sound here.
I will issue some hosting commands and such, because I was automatically hosting Potato Fishy, and I don't know if it automatically reroutes to you if you go live.
Aha. Now, let's see. I'm live, but I don't appear to hear anything on the stream. That is less than ideal.
No stream sound.
No.
Let me see if I can I hear anything and make sure that I'm not sending you any audio.
Testing. Nope, still
I think
nothing.
it might be very... I can hear something.
On the
It's
stream?
very low.
Why would it be very low? That doesn't make any sense.
Yep, I do hear some audio on the stream. Oh, hang on. Is it low because my... Yes, it's because my volume on that channel is low. Let me reset that to normal volume. Let me try this again.
I'm not hearing anything at all on the stream.
Yep, I'm hearing, so I don't know.
Testing. Why is this? Oh, okay. Whoa, there we go.
Whoa.
That was because the stream somehow started paused for me on my tablet.
Gotta watch for those pauses.
Yep. So, next thing to do is to see if we're hearing game audio on the stream. So let's see. Let's, how do I get back to the... Alright, let's stop right there and just make sure that we have game audio on the stream. There we go, I hear game audio. Alright.
Hooray.
So, after a few little technical glitches, I think we are good to go. So let me just switch the scene over for everybody who's might be watching. And here we go. So now, folks should be seeing...
Oh, you're getting the thing that happens to me.
I am. Woohoo!
Where the cursor just goes crazy.
It's gone mad.
It's at ludicrous speed.
There we go. Now we can see stuff. All right. So, yes, after all of those tricky little technical glitches, I think we are ready to go. If at any point you happen to not be able to hear the game or something like that, let me know. I think I have everything set up okay, but considering I don't often drive, it's always a bit of a comedy of errors trying to get this hooked up again. All right. So yes, we are playing Freddy Pharkas, Frontier Pharmacist.
So I have, you've talked about it a lot, but I had no concept of this game. I don't even remember it as a kid. It's from Sierra, right?
Oh yeah, it's a Sierra game. It's so it was created by Al Lowe of Leisure Suit Larry fame, and Josh Mandel, who
the voice of King Graham.
Like voice of King Graham, and he
was also a developer.
Yeah, he did a whole bunch of stuff with Sierra back in the day. So just checking the Wikipedia here. So it was created by Al Lowe and Josh Mandel, published by Sierra in 1993. It was dubbed the Blazing Saddles of computer games. So it actually comes with this file, and I need to actually dig that out because I don't think I ever dug out my copy. The manual is actually an old-timey book called the Modern Day Book of Health and Hygiene, 1881 edition, and it's full of sort of jokes about the medical profession in those days. But it is also used in certain puzzles. There are certain puzzles where you need to refer to the manual. It plays. There were two versions. There was a DOS version and a Windows version, and we're playing the Windows version, the CD-ROM version, which actually has a full voice cast, whereas the DOS version did not have voice cast. So, we can kick things off by watching and listening to The Ballad of Freddy Pharkas, which sort of introduces us to our hero, Freddy. So,
let's do it.
Let me
go. We're going crazy again.
There we go. Restart. There we go.
Born in old St. Louis, by the age of 4, Dad knew he was the best little crack shot the West had ever seen. By the time he reached pubescence, he could outshoot all the adolescents west of Durango and north of Abilene. Pharkas, Freddy Pharkas, famous gunslinging deputy Freddy Pharkas, Freddy Pharkas, frontier hero to be. Then one day young Freddy Pharkas stared at eyes as black and dark as night, the eyes of an outlaw well known throughout the West. Oh, the tough kid's name was Kenny, and he outdrew Freddy Pharkas when he shot Freddy's ear off to prove who was the best. Now our hero Freddy Pharkas, with wounded pride and earless carcass, bowed to the heavens to give up gunnery. He'd be better off, he reckoned, with a lifelong dream that always beckoned pencils, not pistols, and pharmacology. Pharkas, Freddy Pharkas, highest score on his SAT. Freddy Pharkas, Freddy Pharkas, 5-year college degree. After Fred matriculated, got his PhD and graduated, moved out to Courtsville and bought a pharmacy. Now he's a real prescription writer, and they don't know he's an ex-gunfighter. Locked up his memories, repressed them totally. But his peaceful new survival soon was shot to hell upon arrival of Courtsville schoolmarm, the sweet Penelope. She has captured Fred's affection, but he's scared he'll get a huge rejection. Can't bear to tell her just what he used to be. Pharkas, Freddy Pharkas, frontier pharmacist, bourgeoisie. Freddy Pharkas, Freddy Pharkas, peerless, earless, and free.
And that's the Ballad of Freddy Pharkas.
That was amazing. So, two things. First, that's very reminiscent of Annie Get Your Gun. Specifically, what's the song? You Can't Get a Man with a Gun.
Yeah.
That's kind of same idea, or same melody almost. But the other thing is, for some reason, I had in my head that this game was set in the future in space. I don't know why.
Nope, we are definitely playing in 1881, I think. Is the prologue what we just watched? Let me just see. Oh yeah, okay.
Yep.
So let's go to play. Act 1, Living the Coarse Gold Dream.
Okay.
How's my voice coming through for you versus the audio of the game?
Good so far.
Good balance? Okay. All right, here we are in the town of Coarse Gold. Well, here is the town of Coarse
Freddy
Gold.
Pharkas?
Whoa.
You was asking about Freddy Pharkas? The man what saved Coarse Gold, only nobody knowed it was him? Why, just hop up here on old Whitland Willie's lap, and I'll tell you all about it. Ow, consarn it, a bit more to the right. That's got it. Sit right there. Oh, no, thank you. Now, if I remembers this right, it's been quite a few years. My brain's getting a mite rusty. Oh, that's right. It all started when Freddy went to open up the pharmacy one day, way back in the spring of 1888, as I recall.
And here we are.
All right.
Here's
Ball Saloon.
good old Freddy.
Taking a serious look at yourself, you decide you like what you see.
So we got the Golden Balls Saloon.
You've always assumed the Golden Balls Saloon must once have been a pawn shop.
Let's take a look at this barrel.
Rain barrels are such an important aspect of life in an arid, drought-scourged landscape like this. Water running off the building's roofs is channeled through gutters and downspouts into storage. Oh, wait a minute. This is just no whiskey barrel. Forget it. No, no, no. Tuesday is your turn in the barrel.
Well, shall we,
The Golden Balls Saloon is presently open. Since it only has swinging doors, it's always open.
shall we head into the saloon?
Yeah, let's saloon it up. Is that the way that you say it? Saloon it up?
I think so, yeah. Makes perfect sense to me.
We're off salooning.
We're off salooning. Who do we got here?
Sam Andreas owns and runs the Golden Balls Saloon. He's smart, savvy, and generous to a fault. It's Neville Shute, the piano player. He's doing the best he can. It's old Doc Dizzy Gillespie. He's been drinking again. Must be office hours. Three mean-looking hombres sit up close to the stage. Upon closer examination, you'll see that they're drinking wine spritzers. Maybe they're not so mean after all.
Let's talk to the bartender.
Well,
Is there a
if it
bomb
ain't
going
Sam
off in your place by
Andreas,
any
the
chance?
bartender's bartender.
If it's not, I'm having a severe identity crisis.
How the heck are you?
Tolerably well. Yourself?
Can't complain. Pharmacy business seems to be pretty good lately.
Well, the pharmacy business has always been a little too interesting for me to hear about, so, don't be a stranger.
All right. Anything here we can take?
Even though you're one of his more refined customers, if you try taking one of those bottles, you'll be doing shots of hot lead the hard way, directly through the abdomen. You've got more important things to do right now than play with those balls.
Oh, holy. This guy looks a little bit like the guard in the
Doc,
first
hey,
chapter of
Doc.
Florence Passage.
Huh? What's that?
Are you drunk again?
Me? Drunk? Never. I'm as sober as the day I was plowed off my ass. I mean, the day I was born.
Let me just see, is there a setting for... No, I thought maybe there might be a setting for subtitles.
There seems to be a text option there.
Yeah. Just seems to be a slider for speed.
Oh, possibly.
I don't know.
It's Doc's whiskey glass, mostly empty right now. You pick up the whiskey glass.
We have 1 of 999 points.
Hooray! Wait, 999?
Yep.
Oh my.
Let's talk to these hombres.
Welcome to Course Gold, strangers. I haven't seen you around these parts before. You new in town?
You hear the unmistakable sound of grinding and cracking teeth. You hear the splitting, tearing sound of 6 severely chapped lips curling up in ugly sneers. You hear the pop of knuckles as 3 trigger fingers flex in readiness. You decide your friendly, offhand comments have been misinterpreted.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Play it, Neville.
Neville, in order not to lose track of the piece he's playing, says nothing. However, he raises his eyebrows as if to say, "Certainly, sir, I'll be happy to play whatever selection you'd care to hear. And what's more, I'll make this old piano sound like a whole orchestra."
He sure crams a lot in that eyebrow raise.
Yeah. So we can now choose which song we'd like to hear him play. I've grown accustomed to your ace. Hot lead in the old town tonight. The Varmint of Baghdad. Zircon Jim's theme. So Zircon Jim, as we may or may not take note of later on in the game, his last name is Laffer. Zircon Jim Laffer, because he's the great-great-granduncle of, or great-great-great-granduncle of Leisure Suit Larry.
Awesome.
It wouldn't do to
Yes.
be caught walking off with somebody's hat, coat, gun belt, or whatever.
All right. I think we've done about as much as we can here.
Also, he was right. He's doing a really good job of making that piano sound like a whole orchestra.
He really is. Here we are. Designed by Allo. Now we've got Mom's Cafe.
Mom's Cafe must have good food. It's where all the stagecoaches stop.
Hey, kid.
Whoa.
What do you want? Can't you tell I got things to do?
My, but the children in this town are polite.
He needs to go to the dentist.
Yes. Oh, I forgot to look at our inventory. We currently have...
Poor Doc. What's he gonna do without his whiskey glass?
his whiskey glass, and...
Hey, this looks just like the key to the front door of my pharmacy.
What a coincidence!
Let's go to Mom's.
For a nice slice of apple pie. Oh.
Helen Back, proprietor of Mom's Cafe, is better known as Mom.
If she was my mom, I'd run away from home.
It's Hopalong Singh, Helen's faithful cook from the Far East. He used to work as a professional chef for a chain of Ponderosa restaurants.
Damn flies! This place is like a stable.
A swarm of flies makes a constant circuit inside the cafe. They're the bane of Mom's existence, along with customers, employees, or anyone who talks with her or has anything to do with her in any way.
Let's talk to Mom.
I mean, that sounds like a...
Morning,
good
Helen.
idea.
Yeah.
Freddy Pharkas, since when are we on a first-name basis? Only my
Oh, dear.
closest friends may call me Helen. You and I are acquaintances, nothing more. Therefore, you should address me as Mom.
Land's sake, I'm sorry, Mom.
That's better. Now, what you want?
Well, when I remember, I'll let you know.
Honestly, some people.
How about Hop Sing?
Howdy, Hop. How's the restaurant business?
Pretty slow. Not much business. Seem like town closing up and blowing away.
You've noticed that too, have you?
Oh yes, first old abandoned mine, then assay office, then post office, then toll and tin shop, then theater, yesterday hotel. What next?
Well, I intend to get to the bottom of this.
Maybe hurry before mom's next to go. Hop Sing not want to lose his job.
Could we have crammed any more stereotypes into that image?
Probably not. But we also crammed in the plot. Because we learned that places are closing up around Coarse Gold here. Coarse Gold Falls, or whatever it's called. Which is sort of the central problem that we need to be investigating.
It's an
I'm
old
sure it's
empty
fine.
can of P&W beans. The firm, crisp beans that smell as savory on the way out as they do on the way in. P&W corn. Firm, crisp kernels that look as good coming out as they do going in.
Freddy Pharkas, look what you all brought in with you. What's next? Honestly, I swan.
Can we grab the flies?
There are too many flies to catch, and they're too fast.
Hop Sing, had you put up those no-pest strips yet?
Sorry, Mom. They're on order.
Well then.
This is a bottle of Mom's home-pressed apple cider. Mom is merciless to those poor apples. As she turns the press, she screams, "Die, you suckers, die!"
Lord.
All right. Well, let's head on out of here.
We get. Oh, I like that effect.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. All right, let's take a look. What's this? Oh, designed by Josh Mandel.
There we go.
The door to the hotel is locked. The hotel was shut down unexpectedly. This put a total of 2 desk clerks and 5 working girls out of jobs. Fortunately, there weren't any maids, or they'd have been fired too.
All right. Well, let's head off.
Chicken.
Whoa, hey.
Henny penny she ain't. Freddy, you don't need to steal that bird. You can buy one for chicken feed.
But that one is free, right there.
I don't want to have to spend my chicken feed. All right, how do we... There we go. Next screen. So we've got Chesterfield's Mercantile Co., a closed-up post office, and O'Hanahan's Barbershop.
But if the post office is closed, how are we going to get the mail?
Chesterfield has been unloading this wagon since last winter.
Let's go see Chesterfield.
Ding.
The
Hey!
door swings open. From the back, you hear Chester's voice.
Help yourself. I'll be right out.
It's Whitlin Willie.
It's Whitlin
It
Willie.
is.
He's been here ever since you got to Coarse Gold, and he hasn't aged a day. He's always been about 140 years old. He spins a mean yarn, and somehow he always seems to know what people did, even when he wasn't in the room.
Hiya, Whittlin' Willie. How's the whittling going?
Hiya, Sonny. Just splendidly, thanks. I'm working on an old dead beach whale. It's going to be my best work to date.
Will it be for sale?
Will it be for sale? No, it ain't going to be for sale. I'm an artiste, dagnabbit. Besides, if I hang on to it for a while, maybe it'll be worth a bundle someday. Bam.
Too bad you won't need any, since they're obviously available at Substantial Shavings.
Ha ha ha. Alright, let's...
The heavily stocked back counter runs along the eastern wall of the general store. A paper bag lies there.
Score!
You take a complimentary paper bag.
Woohoo! Complimentary!
Hooray!
Many's the day you'd find Willie, Chester, Smithy, and a few others in here, all with their feet up on this old pot-bellied stove, playing checkers, whittling, and expectorating. They stopped doing that after the backs of their ankles got too crispy. It's not for sale, dummy. It's a permanent fixture. Kinda like Willie. This coffee grinder is Chester's private property. He won it in his divorce settlement.
Divorced? On what grounds?
You won't need any kitty porn in this game.
What?
None of the items along the back counter are for sale. Chester's stocking up for the big quake, which is due any day now. Chester only sells lanterns in combination with kerosene, but there's no kerosene to be found these days.
The great kerosene drought.
Yep. So now we have a paper bag.
Chesterfield's sturdy brown paper bags are suitable for penny candy, 2-penny nails, and half-pint containers of Danny's Sour Mash flavored yogurt. The kind with the whiskey on the bottom.
All right. I don't see anything else. Do you see anything in here that we should investigate?
Can we not talk to Chester? What's he doing?
Well, he's in the back room somewhere.
Most of what's here won't talk to you.
Can we go in there?
I was trying to, but doesn't seem to let me.
Well then.
Yeah. Perhaps he'll be along on some subsequent visit.
Alright.
Let's head on out the door. Now, which way should we go? Up to the north or off to the east?
Let's see. Can we go into the barbershop?
Let's take a look. Let's see. Take a look at the shop first.
The sign says O'Hanahan's Barber Shop.
I assume we can't break into the post office.
The
We can try.
sign claims this as the post office. Those boards are nailed in place with rusty self-tapping 10-penny locking nails with barbed ends. In other words, no, you can't pry them off.
Let's go into the barbershop. A pig!
Pig! Whoa!
Salvatore O'Hanahan, town barber, dentist, and bootblack, is hard at work on his customer Ed Sorbine Jr. Salvatore also happens to be the only Irish Italian in town. Salvatore O'Hanahan, town barber, dentist...
Oh yeah, we heard that.
How's business, Sal? Seems like you always have a customer these days.
Not so good, Freddy. My earnings, she's up, but my profits, she's down.
What?
Oh, that's too bad, Sal. Do you have any ideas about how to increase business?
Well, I do have one idea.
I've been thinking about providing dirty reading material for my customers to read whilst they wait.
But your customers are illiterate.
Aye, and I can't read so good neither.
They figured just making him Italian or Irish would not offend enough people.
Yeah.
That canister is labeled NO2.
No two.
But it hasn't been offered to you. What is this attitude where you're trying to take everything that isn't nailed down? You can't get away with that, you know? Especially not in the Old West.
Yep.
Those old boots look vaguely familiar.
That would work in
not,
medieval
they might
countries
belong
in
to
the
somebody.
future. And
Yep.
You're certainly
Out in the
happy it's
Wild
not
West.
winter now. When Sal cranks up the heat in this baby, you can smell the memories of hundreds of miners, many of whom are now long dead. Or at least smell that way. It's cold. Funny how rarely Salvatore cranks up the heat in this 110-degree weather. It's a shaving bowl and brush.
You thinking of growing a beard?
No, I just wanted to see what I can do with this.
You can put it down. It's not yours.
All right then. Can we talk to this guy?
You can't think of anything to say to that.
Apparently not.
well, that's rude.
Uh-huh.
You catch a quick peek of yourself in the mirror and hope that no one noticed.
All right. Now let's head out again. Well, let's keep on going off to the right.
Some more credits.
Yep.
Ah, the sheriff.
The Sheriff, PP's Playhouse, Tall and Thin Shop, and Pharkas Pharmacy. All right, let's take a look.
Someone with a higher IQ than most of the folks in town correctly painted sheriff here. The
Elizabeth
sign
says this
says
sounds like the village
tall and
music in
thin
King's Quest
shop.
5.
And hey, that's right. That's just about the tallest and thinnest shop you've ever seen.
Probably composed by the same people. Although Josh Mandel wrote the opening ballad of Freddy Pharkas as well as the closing ballad of the game.
Nice.
The sign says PP's Playhouse. Or it used to, anyway. Now it looks more like PP's Dlayhouse.
We did have a wide array of accents from the barber, so it's kind of like the toy shop in King's Quest 5.
Yeah, a little bit.
These remnants of the Coarse Gold Depot are all tumbled down and shot.
Ryan's voice is a lot more quiet than Rob's or the game. It's hard to hear Ryan.
Oh dear.
I wonder why that is. Let me see if I can fix that. It's odd because I hear you just fine, and I should be piping exactly what I'm hearing out to OBS, but with that said, OBS is not always that nice. Maybe
While you play with okay, we'll try again.
There we go.
Testing 1 2 testing 1 2.
How was that?
Check. Visa, MasterCard, check.
We'll see if that is any better. Ryan is certainly a lot louder on my end now. There we go. That's better. Okay. So let's take a look at Pharkas Pharmacy.
The sign says Pharkas Pharmacy. This must be the place.
This must be the place.
And who's this?
It's Dominic, one of your part-time Native American employees. He works under the professional name Runnin' Gag. The union told you that you had to have a cigar store-style Indian out in front when you opened your pharmacy. But since there were lots of out-of-work real Indians in the neighborhood, you decided it would be politically correct to hire them.
Is it though? Tumbleweed!
Tumbleweed! Let's go talk to the sheriff.
It's the Honorable Sheriff Checkham P. Shift trying to invent coffee and donuts.
He looks helpful.
He does. Let's,
Sheriff?
Parkburn? What do you want?
Wow.
Why'd you close down the Dirty Sheet Hotel?
What's it to you?
Well, I'm a little worried about the tourist trade and...
It's not your place to worry about the tourist trade, boy. You leave that to me. Now, as for the hotel, if it's any of your business, it was attracting the wrong sort of business. Transients, hobos, people of low moral fiber. Can't be having none of that going on in Corscold, can we?
But at the rate these places are closing down, in a matter of days there won't be any town left.
Listen to me, boy. That ain't none of my never mind. I'm just looking to make this place as safe as can be. So if I gotta close down a place or two, well, y'all will just have to live with that. Patooey!
The spittoon makes a resounding ping.
Liz says those yellow pants are amazing, and I hadn't even seen the green scarf, which reflects green onto his chin for some reason.
Well, they're fluorescent.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I suspect it's actually a phosphorescent green. It's actually emitting light on its own.
This is the sheriff's spittoon, where he gets most of his target practice.
His eyes were the same shade of green, so we can only suspect that he is an alien.
Clearly. All right.
It's your ordinary water trough, favorite hangout of coarse gold horses and town drunks. In brighter days, this trough would be filled with sparkling, clear, pure mountain spring water, the kind they make into lousy domestic beer. These days, though, all you see in the trough is muddy, dirty, old stagnant water with a bunch of dead flies floating on top.
Well, let's go talk to our friend here, Running Gag.
Morning, Dominic.
Morning, Freddy.
What's new?
Let's see. I finished reading A Century of Dishonor last night. Quite impressive. That Helen Hunt Jackson really knows how to evoke an image of the white man's treachery. Do you know how many treaties your people have signed and then broken in the past 20 years alone?
Excuse me, I heard someone calling me or something.
Awkward.
Awkward. Oh dear.
Whoop. We're going crazy.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's better. All right. Let's save the game.
So is this a game where we can die at any moment?
Oh, it certainly is.
All right.
In front of the pharmacy.
But what can be dangerous in the Wild West?
Yeah. There can't possibly be more than 3 or 4 ways to die in the West. So, let's take a look in our pharmacy.
The pharmacy door is locked. This
Oh,
ain't
well.
Mayberry, partner.
Well,
and we've lost the game already.
We're done, yep. Or we could try this thing.
That sounds silly.
You unlock the door. Ta-da! 500 points. You're halfway
What?
through the game.
502 out of 999. We've halfway finished the game. Pretty good for our first session.
You get 400 more points by locking up again. Oh, look at this.
Here's our pharmacy. So let's take a look at this stuff.
It's a tube of Preparation G, the Wells Fargo wagon driver's friend for over half a decade.
Oh ho, the Wells Fargo wagon is a coming now. Okay.
You pick up a tube of Preparation G in the handy 25-ounce Krabby elephant size.
What do we got here?
This multi-instrument piano roll style juke machine is called a symphonium. Trouble is, the company that sold it to you went out of business after producing only one roll. And how many times can a person listen to does your chewing tobacco lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight?
At least 75.
Yeah.
The symphonium hasn't worked since 1885, when old Manny Rivberg put his fist through it.
All right. Let's take a look up here.
This is your pharmacy, where you work. Hence the name Pharkas' Pharmacy.
Handy.
That wasn't what I was trying to get to. What's this?
Ah, your diploma from the University of Hicksville School of Apothecary Sciences and other good guesses. The old alma mater. What memories.
I was about to say, it's very convenient that you bought a pharmacy that had your exact name on it.
Yeah.
This is your pharmacy.
Can I take whatever this is?
Quit picking at everything.
Okay, fine.
It's the president's wife. She's the head of the Just Say No to Ether campaign.
All right, let's move over here and go behind our counter. Oh, we've got a customer.
Whoa.
Frederick.
Hello.
Why, Miss Prim, you sure are looking purty today.
Of course her name is Miss Prim.
Now, Frederick, you may call me Penelope if you please. After all, I think we're to that point in our relationship.
She must be talking about the hayride you both went on last month.
Ooh.
Or the square dance you both went to last week.
Mm.
Or the cow tipping expedition you both went on last night.
Oh my.
Well then, to what do I owe the pleasure of your company this fine morning?
Oh, this isn't a social call, I'm afraid. I have this rather important prescription Doc Gillespie gave me. I was hoping you could fill it as soon as possible.
My pleasure, Penelope.
It's for a pregnancy test.
All right, let's take a look at the prescription.
Penelope Prim, 4 mils of something something.
She must be suffering from the vapors, those injurious exhalations produced within the body creating feelings of hypochondria and depression. Her prescription is in Doc's usual scrawl and smells of whiskey, so you know it's authentic.
Let's see, what was this? 4 mils of Tyloxpolinide. Yeah. I didn't click past it. It's kind of annoying that it auto moves.
Yeah. Maybe that's the text speed setting.
That could be. Maybe I should change that. Let's turn that down. Whoop. Four mils Tyloxpolinide orally 2 times for 5 days. So 10 total.
She must be suffering from the vapors, those injurious exhalations produced within the body creating feelings of hypochondria and depression. Her prescription is in Doc's usual scrawl and smells of whiskey, so you know it's authentic.
Okay, so a big portion of this game, well, not a big portion, but a portion of this game has to do with mixing up the correct prescriptions for people. So
I sure have been having a swell time with you these past few weeks, Penelope.
Why, thank you, Frederick. I have too.
I do believe I have a growing affection for you.
Yes, that's the word.
You, Frederick.
Yes.
I think you're very cute. For a pharmacist, that is.
Oh!
You've only got one ear. And you're scrawnier than the other men in town.
Oh!
She thinks I'm cute. She really thinks I'm cute.
Okay, so let's go see if we can fill her prescription.
Haha.
So, if we look up Tyloxpolinide in the modern day book of health and hygiene, we find that Tyloxpolinide is an effective aid in the treatment of the vapors. Not possible to synthesize in the home laboratory, however, substitutions are permissible. See peptaclymazine tetrazole, available from DB As & Sons, Baltimore, Maryland. And then if we look at peptaclymazine tetrazole, it says effective aid in treatment of the vapors, available from Fernet Formulas, Cincinnati, Ohio. Peptaclymazine tetrazole is an acceptable substitute for Tyloxpolinide. Dispense at 40 mils per bottle.
Well then.
So, we're going to need to see what we have here.
That's your laboratory. where you concoct and bottle your formulas.
Well done.
The desktop's locked. Damn this crude desktop interface. There's no need to touch that.
Alright, so let's go interact with our laboratory.
You study Penelope's prescription and prepare to carefully fill it. You wouldn't want to make a mistake with her medicine.
No.
So.
Okay.
What do we got here? Okay, so we've got peptaclymide tetrazole. So that's the substitute that we can give. But I wonder if we have the stuff that's in the actual prescription. There it is. Tylox polynide.
One of those, please.
So, we've got an alcohol lamp, we've got a pill machine, we've got a balance. We've got medicinal papers, we've got corks, we've got stirring rods, a beaker, matches, crucible, 5-gram measuring spatula, a mortar and pestle, a test tube, a graduated cylinder. I think we'll need one of those. Do we need anything else here? Water, medicine bottles, prescription boxes, magnesium sulfate. No, I don't think so. Let's just have one more look at that prescription. 4 mils. Orally, 2 times 5 days, so that means 40 milliliters.
Why, the poor dear.
80 milliliters, right?
4 twice a day for
40.
5 days. Yeah, 40 is right.
40 is right. So we'll need a medicine bottle as well. Boop. All right. So let's take that and pour some in the graduated cylinder.
Tylox polynide is empty. You never seem to have enough.
Oh no!
Oh dear. Well,
Don't
bye-bye.
throw that away.
Why not? It's empty. All right. Well, we're gonna have to go with peptaclymacine tetrazole then. So, let's go take a quick look at the peptitrizine. Yeah, dispense at 40 milliliters per bottle. Okay, so let's pour that in here. 5 milliliters. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Hooray!
And now we'll take that and pour it in the medicine bottle. And put that away. And
a cork, maybe?
Ah, yes, a cork.
Boop. You carefully label the container Miss Penelope Prim for internal use only. And what internals they are, you dream about them day and night.
Oh my.
Yeesh.
All right. So now we have...
You hope you got this prescription right. After all, pharmacology is an art, not an exact science.
Yep. Let's save the game just in case. So our next save is not, oops, killed Penelope.
Damn it, Jim, this isn't rocket science, it's pharmacology!
You dream about her internals? Ew. Yup. You indeed. Alright, well, Miss Penelope, here you go.
Score! Thank you, Frederick. This looks perfect. You are a scholar and a gentleman.
Aw, shucks. I'm just a poor pharmacist trying to please my favorite customer. Will I see you again soon?
I think that can be arranged, Frederick. See you soon.
I'll be waiting. So long now, Penelope.
Unfortunately, you were so taken with Penelope's angelic presence that you forgot to charge her the 19 cents she owed you.
Oh!
Oh well. Oh, here's Mom.
Good day, Freddy. Freddy Pharkas.
Well, good day to you, Miss Back. What can I do for you today?
Well, Freddy Pharkas, Doc Gillespie, that no-good gin-soaked sot no lush, wrote me this damn prescription that'll probably cost me an arm and a leg. Here, take it. The rot gut from that old wino doctor is making my new ensemble stink to high heaven, I want to tell you.
Oh my.
What?
Now let's take a look at this prescription.
Helen Back's prescription is barely legible due to all the whiskey spots, but you eventually decipher it.
Ellenback. Quinotrazate tabs. 3.
3 times 7 days. All right, let's take a look at quinotrazate. Quinotrazate, a highly efficacious and useful medication when taken orally at a dosage of NTE 60 milligrams per day. To prepare, to 15 milliliters of bismuth enterosalicylene, add 30 grams of phenol oxytriglychlorate to produce quinotrazate. Mix together in a glass beaker. Stir the mixture well, using only a pure, clean glass rod. Process into pill form. Usual dosage is 21 pills. Okay. Let's go make up...
Sounds fine.
Let's go make up her prescription. Alright, to the lab.
You study Helen Back's prescription and prepare to carefully fill it.
Alright, let's grab a beaker. We'll need that. We're going to need our graduated cylinder. Boop. We're going to need...
Is it a problem that we didn't clean it after the last time? I'm sure it's fine.
I'm sure that's fine, yeah. I don't see any water here, do you? Oh, there's some water. Well...
That's important water. It's in a bottle.
Exactly. Alright. So, let's see. What do we need? We need bismuth enterosalicylene.
I think I saw that. There it is.
No, not that one.
Oh.
That one's bismuth subsalicylate. We need bismuth... This one, right here. Bismuth enterosalicylate. So, we need 15 milliliters of that. Boop, boop, boop. Put that back. Pour that in here. And to that, we need to add 30 grams of phenol oxytriglychlorate. Phenol, this stuff. So we need to go...
The graduated cylinder should only be used for measuring liquids.
Ah,
we need
right.
to weigh it.
Must either be weighed
right.
or scooped with a measuring spoon.
Right. So we'll put the graduated cylinder away. So there's the 5 gram measuring spatula, and there's our balance. So let's put this down here. We'll grab our 5 gram. 5 grams. 10 grams. 15 grams. 20 grams. 25 grams. 30 grams. Good. Put that back. And now, can we...
You need a scoop? Okay.
Dump it right in there.
Boop.
And now we can grab a pure glass stirring rod and give that a good stir. We'll get rid of that.
Toss it into the waste receptacle.
And now we need to process it into pill form. So here's our pill machine. So I'll take this and pour it into the pill machine. There we go. And let's give her 3 pills.
You can place the pills into a medicine bottle by clicking the bottle on the pills.
Ah, there we go. Okay. So we'll grab a medicine bottle. Boop.
This is rather tedious work.
It is. Well, no one ever said being a pharmacist in the Old West would be glamorous. Well, I may have said that.
This is basically chemistry, the game.
Yeah, a little bit. The puzzles do get more complicated than this. This is just the early bits.
The tutorial, if you will.
Somewhat, yes. There we go, 21 pills. Let's Pop a cork in it.
You carefully label the container, Mrs. Helen Back. Take 3 times daily just before meals.
There we go.
Huzzah!
Let's save our game here in case we kill Helen. Helen's prescription. All right. Here's this thing.
Score! That's better, Freddy Pharkas.
That'll be 22 cents, Miss Back.
You'll just put it on my tab. I don't have it with me right now.
Grumble, grumble, grumble. Ooh.
Whoa.
Freddy, Cherie, just slide that handsome pharmacist butt on over here. I got something I need from you.
Morning, Sadie. What have you got?
Well, I got a prescription here I need filled. Some that'll increase my womanly powers, if you know what I mean. Be a dear and fill it for me right away, won't you? I simply can't wait to try it out.
Your wish is my command, madam.
You take the prescription from the madam. What a busy morning. You haven't had to fill this many prescriptions since Custer's troops stayed at the Dirty Sheet Hotel.
Oh.
All right, let's see what's on this prescription.
This prescription is impossible to read. That's what happens when Doc writes a prescription through bleary, whiskey-soaked eyeballs.
Uh-oh. Whatever are we going to do? If only we could see it in the same way that the doc saw it.
What?
Score!
There we go.
That's amazing.
Yeah, this one took me a long time to figure out when I was a kid.
Okay.
So it's a prescription for Madam Ovary. That's the name of the madam. Let's see. Lestosterate. 25
Testosterate?
something like that. 25 milligrams per day, as directed.
As directed.
Doc Gillespie. So let's take a look and see if we can figure out what this stuff is. It looks like that looks like an L, unless I'm misreading it. Lestosterate. So let's look it up in the old book here. I found my physical copy of the book here, so just browsing through it here now. No, not lestosterate. Maybe it is like testosterate or something.
She did talk about enhancing her womanly powers, or whatever.
There's this line across the top here, right? So that could be the cross on a T. So let's see. There we go. Testosterate. 5 milliliters of testosterate administered orally twice daily will add masculinity to the lightest male. To prepare, combine 10 milliliters of phenylsulfonphthalate liquid with 30 grams of enteromagneline powder in a beaker. Bring to a boil, allow to cool ever so slightly before adding 5 grams of reserplycine oxide. Dilute with enough nitrobilocyanine to make 75 milliliters of testosterate. Stir and pour into medicine bottle and cork. Now, this seems to be for males, so I wonder if we're supposed to... Also says 25 milligrams per day, but we actually want to have... this actually makes a liquid in milliliters. So I'm wondering if there's something going on where he actually wrote the wrong prescription.
Uh-oh. Malpractice. Suddenly this turns into like Phoenix Wright or something.
Yeah, exactly.
So is this a case where we actually kind of have to figure out what the actual prescription should be based on like what she said?
I'm not sure. I was just taking a quick look through here to see if I can see anything that might fit into that.
It's possible that she wants to like just give that to her male suitors.
Oh yes, that could be. That could be. You are entirely correct. 25 milligrams per day as directed.
Ah, now you can see this prescription the way Doc wrote it.
Oh.
Well, let's chat with her.
How's business, Sadie?
Oh, it has its ins and outs. Oh my, I do make a good funny now and then, don't I?
Yes, Sadie, you sure do.
Well, let's go mix it up.
Sure, everything will be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
You were so clever to use Doc's whiskey glass to read Madame Overy's prescription. Now you prepare to carefully fill it.
All right.
Finally, you see the prescription as Doc Gillespie must have seen it when he wrote it. Through the bottom of a whiskey glass.
So 25 milligrams a day, but for how many days?
Yeah, it doesn't really say. This recipe makes 75 milliliters of testosterate, so I guess I'll just follow that and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
All right, so we want to combine.
I also like how you called it a recipe.
Yeah, a recipe, yep. So let's see, we're going to need a beaker. Now we want to combine 10 milliliters of phenylsulfonphthalate. So we'll get our graduated cylinder out. There's the stuff.
Whoa.
10 milliliters of phenylsulfonphthalate. So there's that. Boop. With 30 grams of enteromagnaline powder. So it's probably one of these. This stuff right here. Boop. So 30 grams of that in a beaker.
This is where you concoct all...
Yes, I get it.
We've been here, we know. $20, $25, $30. Put that over there, I'll put that back there. So we want to combine this in the beaker. So drop that in there, let's give that a stir.
You toss it into the waste receptacle.
So now we want to bring that to a boil.
The alcohol lamp feels cool to the touch.
I think there are some matches there in the red box.
Oh, so there are?
The alcohol lamp is empty. You must first fill it with fuel before you can light it.
Oh, okay. So where's the booze?
I mean, you do have that whiskey.
Well, it's just a whiskey. It's an empty whiskey glass.
Oh.
Huh.
Do we need to maybe go buy some booze?
Possibly. Let's go see. exit. To the bar. or possibly to Chester's.
Pardon me, ma'am. I just need to go to the bar for a few minutes. I'll be right back.
Stay here, if you will.
Excuse me, Sadie. I've got to run out for a bit. Hang on, I'll be right back.
Okay, Freddy, but hurry back.
Rather trusting, aren't we?
Yeah. More credits.
Yep. All right, let's go in here, see if Chester has any like lamp oil or anything first, or alcohol or whatever.
That makes sense.
The door swings open. From the back, you hear Chester's voice.
Help yourself. I'll be right out.
That voice is familiar.
Chester's voice?
Yeah.
He was voiced by a guy named Richard Paul.
Richard Paul, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Take the lantern.
I'm going to consult the Book of Knowledge here.
Mm-hmm. I don't see any lamp oil here. Let's go to the bar and see if we can get some alcohol.
What was that? Richard Paul?
Richard Paul was the voice of Chesterfield.
Richard Paul, actor. Aha! I was right. Among whatever the things that he was, he played the recurring character of Cabot Cove Mayor Sam Booth in Murder, She Wrote.
Aha! I see.
Because everybody was on Murder, She Wrote.
Of course.
Say, Sam, I think I'll take an Ovaltine.
In a cracked glass?
Yes, with a hair in it, too.
And
wow.
a little lipstick smear on the glass?
Yep, and a ring of dried soap around the inside lip.
On a coaster?
No, I like leaving rings on your bar.
Rocks with that?
No, but some ice cubes would be nice.
Now, we're out of ice cubes.
Then I'll take it straight.
Out of Ovaltine, too.
Oh, well, okay. I'll check back later.
Feel free.
Okay, you're helpful.
So how do
you show
I...
him the prescription?
Maybe.
That just doesn't work. That just doesn't work like that.
No.
Hey, buddy boy, this isn't that kind of a bar.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Got any?
Well, it can be if you play your cards right.
Oh, yes. In the last 10 minutes, we've got in a whole wagon load.
Really? Wow.
No, I was being sarcastic because you were asking such a stupid question.
Well then, that's a little bit mean.
So, we apparently can't get any booze.
No.
Is that on the lower right of the screen, just above the roulette? What is that there? Is that a glass or a bottle?
Over here?
This dice game is known as Chuck-a-Luck. Since you're living in Course Gold, you've apparently chucked your luck already.
Maybe.
That just... You thrust the prescription and the whiskey glass under Doc's nose.
Hey, Doc, this says testosterate. You really want to prescribe this to a woman?
Testosterone? No, I suppose that would be a poor choice. Let's see. This was for Sadie Ovary, right? I must have meant something else. Let me fix it. Here you go. Take this back to your pharmacy and have fun.
And have fun.
Thanks, Doc.
Don't come crying to me, George Bailey. I'm gonna swear out a warrant for your arrest. Score!
Okay.
Well, we didn't get any booze, but now we probably have something we can make.
Yeah.
You study Madame Overy's prescription, fully amended and corrected by Doc Gillespie.
Estrosterane.
Ah.
1 paper each morning after. Let's take a look at estrosterane. See what that has
paper?
to say. Apparently. So, what we've got here is estrosterane can be used to prevent conception after marital relations. Normally available only by prescription. May be produced in the home as follows. Grind 15 grams of bimethylquinoline crystals and 15 grams of powdered metyrophosphate in a mortar. Prepare 5-gram dosages on pure sheets of medicinal dispensing paper. Recommended maximum dosage, 1 box of 6. Okay.
Now, this is not my specialist area, but how does that... Okay, whatever. What do you do with it?
I'm going to assume that it is snorted. Liz asked, did that drunk doctor just quote It's a Wonderful Life? He may have. I've never actually seen It's a Wonderful Life.
I've only seen bits and pieces. Never the whole thing.
Although that is the Christmas musical that's being done at...
Yeah.
Whoops.
Oh.
Time for you shift over.
Oh, please. You've been reading too many dime novels. Stop talking like that.
Just trying to please the tourist, Herb.
Sure, tourist. Whatever. See you later. I'm going to go soak my corns.
My people call it maize.
Jeez.
That was last line of dialogue was something about George Bailey, yeah. It's a Wonderful Life is this year's Christmas musical at Neptune.
How goes it, Pete?
Just fine, Mr. Pharkas. Just fine. Sure is a nice day today.
Yes, Pete. It's beautiful out.
I was wondering if it might be possible for me to knock off a little early today.
Something in particular going on?
Well, it's just such a nice day. I thought I'd spend a little quality time with the buffalo. Maybe take 'em to Yosemite, let 'em run around and do some grazing. You know, the usual.
I suppose that'd be okay. Sure, you can leave early. Just watch out for poachers now.
That's a funny one, Mr. Pharkas. I'll be sure to do that. Poachers. Like anyone would want to do that to buffalo. Very funny.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Who's this one?
Howdy, ma'am.
She smiles at you. If your heart didn't already belong to Penelope, you might be tempted to ask her to join you for a glass of sarsaparilla.
What is sarsaparilla?
It's a carbonated beverage.
I'm back, Sadie. Sorry for the delay. I just had to check out a few things.
Perfectly okay, Freddy, hon. I was just admiring the way you display your goods.
Look who's talking.
Liz says, nobody ever does the musical version of It's a Wonderful Life. You should go see it. Oh, she was in a production a few years ago. Yeah, I would like to go see it. I don't know if I'm going to get the chance to, but I'd like to.
All right, let's throw out the mixture we've already done.
Yep.
Ah, scratching right there.
No, don't scratch yourself.
You study Doc's corrections to
it's already gone.
his prescription and prepare to carefully fill it.
Yep, it's okay. the magic laboratory elves cleaned it up for us.
Sounds right.
Alright, so we're going to need the mortar and pestle this time. Boop.
Aha!
And we're going to want 15 grams of bimethylquinoline crystals. Bimethylquinoline. Yes, that's the ones. Right there. I'll grab this thing. Boop. 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 15 grams. Dump that in there. And then we're going to want to add 15 grams of powdered metyrophosphate. There's the stuff. $5, $10, $15. There we go. And we'll dump that into our mortar and pestle.
This is where you concoct.
Yeah. And let's give that a grind. Alright, so now we need to prepare 5 gram dosages on pure sheets of medical dispensing paper. Oops. Gotta go this way. Oh, no, don't like it.
No.
Maybe it's gotta be...
Put in a beaker first? What is that, yeah, the crucible. Do you have to put stuff in there, maybe?
The crucible is only for melting pure or nearly pure metals.
Ah.
Oh, maybe we have to just use the, this thing again.
This is where you...
The measuring spatula.
Mm.
There we go.
Aha.
So now we need a prescription box. Yes.
This is where...
All right. Oh, Neptune is not doing the musical, yeah. Original stage adaptation of the movie. I hadn't looked all that closely at it. I had assumed it was a musical, because usually their Christmas show is a musical, but... In any case, I do hope to get to go see it, but we shall see. It is a busy time of year. It's the most busiest time of the year. Alright. 2 more papers here. Put that in there.
Your work.
Yep. There. Put that away. Put that away.
Carefully label the container, Madam Ovary.
There we go. Let's save our game here. Madam's prescription.
Gotta love that faux harmonica.
Yeah. The faux harmonica.
Score! Why, merci, Freddy dear.
That's gonna be 22 cents, Sadie, but for you, I'll make it 19.
Whoa!
What do you say we just sorta take it out in trade? I'm a mite short this week.
Well...
Why, thank you, Freddy. Ooh, you sweet potato pie. I'll catch you tonight, maybe, huh? Au revoir.
So what are we getting in trade?
Well, I don't know if we can talk about that on a polite stream. Oh dear.
Hey, Pharkas! My butt's killing me!
Oh.
He does know how to make an entrance, doesn't he?
Sorry to hear that, Smithy.
Yeah, so give me some of that preparation G.
Aha! Well, we've got some preparation G right here.
Conveniently.
Score!
That'll be 15 cents, Smithy, but I don't suppose you can pay me.
Are you saying I can't pay my bills fair and square, Pharkas? Well, yeah, I'm gonna settle up terms with you anyway, since I'm leaving town. Here's what I owe you.
Smithy pays you his tab. A whole $4.87. Holy moly,
Whoa!
a windfall. You're rich. Well, kinda, sorta.
Yeah.
And if you takes my advice, you get out of this town, Pharkas. Sheriff's closing people up right and left. Something stinks. And I mean them horses, 'cause they're farting up a storm, I'm a-telling you. I was like to pass out. Somebody must have put something in their feed. I don't know what, but I tell you, don't go striking no matches out there. Good luck to you, Pharkas. You was always one of the good.
Good luck to you, Smithy. Your strong back and gruff but good-hearted demeanor will be sorely missed.
But you was a strangin'.
I'm sure there will never be an occasion where you're going to have to light a match outside and, make horse farts explode. Whoa, here comes the sheriff.
Mm-hmm.
Fire inspection. I'm here to check out your fire safety per the new town regulations. Oh, look here. It's a good thing I came, Pharkas. I'm gonna have to shut this place up tighter than a pissant scrotum.
But, Sheriff, how could you? What's the charge? I haven't done anything wrong.
Fire hazard, my boy. Fire hazard. Why, this building's a terrible fire hazard. Looks to me like this whole damn building's made out of wood.
Sheriff, every building in this town is constructed of wood.
I don't know nothing about that, son. Tough luck, Pharkas. From now on, just keep the front door locked.
But what am I supposed to do, Sheriff? This is my livelihood.
If I was you, I'd talk to the bank. G'day.
What a jerk.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're out of business now.
Whoa. We're going all into sepia tones. The plot sickens.
So Freddy was forced to shut down the old pharmacy again his will. But he vowed to keep the place up, knowing that someday he'd be opening it up again. Problem being, the sheriff, an ornery cuss if there ever was one, was doing this all over town. The hotel, the playhouse, the smithy, the tall and thin shop, closing them all down on some flimsy pretext. There was no telling who was going to be next. Who'd put the sheriff up to it? And what was happening with the horses, for crying out loud? It were a mystery, says I.
All right. So, let's save our game here. And we're gonna call this one Horse Farts.
Somebody's poor horse seems to be dispelling huge quantities of a noxious methane compound.
Interesting. So we need to figure out how what's wrong with the horses. Oh dear.
Oh my.
This could be problematic.
We didn't go north yet, did we?
No, let's head up there.
It's the churchy church.
A squeaky old sheep weather vane turns gently on top of Reverend Hallelujah's house. Perhaps he's trying
Reverend
to get people
Hallelujah?
to join his flock.
Yep.
There's no need to touch that.
Oh, okay. Hello? Can I?
In, please. Oh, okay.
There's You would never dream of stealing a candle from a church, but they wouldn't miss one of those puddles of candle wax.
Aha! I took some candle wax.
That sounds important.
Money!
I get money!
Oh, let's close the doors.
Yep. No one will know it was you who stole that wax.
Coffins is lying in disrepair off near Reboot Hill. It
Oh,
looks
dear.
like a cedar model number 7. Eternal slumber and no moths.
Wait, Reboot Hill?
Reboot Hill.
Oh my.
You slowly open the coffin.
It's a vampire!
Say, you ought to do something about that coffin.
Don't touch the cacti. You.
Alright. How about over here?
Okay. Pardon our dust, but here we grow again. A new grave is being erected on this site in honor of Philip D. Graves.
Looks like your dear friend Philip has passed on. Gee, it seems like only a day or two ago you filled a prescription for him.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Perched on the top of the post is an angel, her arms outstretched. At the base of the statue is a small plaque which reads, "I love you this much." Couldn't you just surrender your lunch?
That looks neither like a female statue, nor with arms outstretched.
It's fine.
Art budget cuts. Here lieth James Ernest Haufer, 1824 to 1880.
Ha! You'd always wondered where Jim E. Hoffer was buried.
Jimmy Hoffer.
Here lies Les Monley. He died with his shrink wrap still on, 1861 to 1883. Les Monley.
Here lies Eric D. Unready, 1830 to 1875. He had a fatal error reading Drive B. How about this one up here?
The epitaph reads,
Poor Prudence Brown was merely dozing, never woke, now decomposing. This reminds me of the graves in King's Quest 7 in the land of Ooga Booga. They're all limericks. There were a few of them in King's Quest 4, but not as many.
The tall stone fence posts are pebbled and worn from years of rain, wind, and tourists. Oh boy, it's one of those rare Burma shave headstones.
What? Beneath this plot lies Edward Fiskers. His time grew short, but not his whiskers. Burma shave.
Yup.
Under this rock lies Ernie Fleabeak. Mere text cannot describe how he'll be missed. What?
I don't know.
Ernie Fleabeak. Ernie Fleabeak? Here lies Butch Casualty. He also cheats, steals, murders, and writes bad checks.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that's all the graves here. I don't think there's anything we can do with any of them.
Leave the graveyard there. It's being used by the residents.
Oh, this outhouse. Can we go over here?
You can't get to the outhouse from inside the cemetery.
Okay, we gotta go around.
I mean,
Fine.
seriously, God.
Jeez, Freddy. Idiot.
You can't get there from here.
What was that?
This is the west end of Bluff Street, which runs parallel to Main Street. Collier Bluff sweeps across the north side of the street here. Beyond it stretches the great painted desert, but you can't get there from here. From anywhere.
Is that a hangman's noose?
Looks like it.
What?
Not much privacy, but the ventilation is excellent.
Oh dear.
The sign says, Hyman Untertaker, and you're not. A noose swings lazily in the breeze. Always a gloomy sign.
Uh-huh. Oops.
A noose swings lazily in the breeze. Always a gloomy sign.
Well, you know what I always say. No noose is good news.
Alright.
The puns.
The puns. Oh.
Boy.
More farting. Blacksmith's all closed up. Here's the bank.
Oh yeah, we haven't been to this part yet.
No.
Sitting behind the counter is P.H. Balance, current owner and operator of the Bank of Bob.
He's a bore and a lice-infested jerk.
The Bank of Bob.
Did
Whoa.
you say something, Pharkas?
I said you were more than just a nice, respected clerk.
Oh, that's very different.
A lot of people have stuffed their faces in blueberry yogurt.
Yes. See the security camera up in the corner?
I just saw that.
Getting shut down must be hard to lose a business so sudden-like. We here at the Bank of Bob sympathize.
Whoa.
You want to sell me your property? You won't regret it. And give up my dreams of herohood? Never, you cad.
Yes,
Well, this
I'm
is
sorry
suspicious.
about your pharmacy.
Oh, yeah, we keep getting the option. I would say we should probably hold off for now.
Yeah.
Taking a serious look at yourself. This quill pen is used to fill out slips and sign registers. You don't need to sign anything.
Oh, can you make a deposit, maybe? Like the money you have?
Oh, maybe. Let's save the game here. Let's see what happens if we hand them our money.
I'd be happy to keep it safe in your Christmas Club account here at the Bank of Bob. If you'd open one, that is.
Oh ho.
Too bad about that, you know. Guess Freddy's constitution couldn't handle the noxious fumes that was expectorating through town.
Oh.
Me, a man with his education should have known what to do about a simple bit of flatulence. But hey, I'm just a simple, whittling, sort of storytelling, entertaining kind of guy. And that's my story for now. Now get along into bed. It's past your bedtime.
So we died from the noxious horse farts.
Oh my.
So we're going to need to be a little bit quicker about this. And now I remember this from when I was a kid, so I can take us through what's necessary to do on the timer anyway. I just wanted us to die at least once, which was why I was not hurrying along. Wanted us to die from the horse farts at least.
So is it something that we find in the book, whatever, talking about fartiness? And how to...
Sort of. So the basic idea here is we're going to need a gas mask.
Whoa, okay.
So, as with many things in this game, we have to build our own.
Sure.
So, yes. So, now, I'm not sure. I was just taking a look through the book here. Let's see. So, Okay, so I'll read our article on flatulence first. This doesn't really help us with the gas mask, but the article on flatulence. Properly treating flatulence, whether in man or beast, requires diagnosing the source of the offensive odor. Obtain a sample of the gaseous matter. Any simple container, such as a paper bag, will suffice. Place your gas spectroscope, you do still have that old gas spectroscope out in the barn, don't you? In front of a lit alcohol lamp or Bunsen burner. Burn the gas on the flame and observe the spectra readout. Compare the readout to the tin types below and treat with the appropriate solution. And then there's a series of little line drawings that you have to compare it to. So that's the basics of what we have to do. Now, we come up with a gas mask. I'm not sure if it's actually in this booklet or if it was just something that I had to sort of puzzle out on my own eventually. But the basic idea is you need... here we go. Carbon, also known as granulated charcoal. Despite the mess and inconvenience, carbon makes a serviceable deodorant and can even be used to filter some gaseous fumes, such as methane, from air to make it breathable. Cheap and readily available. So we have to make our own gas mask using carbon, or coal, in our case. So the basic idea is that we're going to need to... make something that we can put on our face, and then put some coal inside of it. Let's restore to horse farts.
Haha.
All right, so I'll take us through the necessary steps to get ourselves a gas mask, and then we'll be able to take our time in puzzling our way through the next steps. Alright, so first of all, we're going to want to go into Mom's. Because we're going to need some sort of a face receptacle. Oh my. Well, I think this looks pretty good.
Beans!
Mom, would you mind if I took this empty can?
If you must, I suppose there's more where that came from. In fact, I insist you take it. Get it out of here. I'm sick of the sight of it. Score!
There we go. So now we've got a can.
It's an empty can of beans. Why would Mom keep an empty can of beans on her shelf? Well, Mom's memory ain't what it used to be.
Now, of course, we can't breathe through a can of beans, so the next thing we need to do is go poke some holes in it.
Sounds reasonable. So essentially, like, what is happening? Like, the whole town is going to die of horse farts?
Yes, that is effectively what's going on. Methane poisoning, as it were.
Oh. What?
This window looks in on the kitchen of Mom's cafe.
Mm-hmm.
You pull the ice pick out of the barrel and gingerly place it in your pocket. Just don't bend over suddenly or you'll circumcise yourself.
Ooh!
Of course, there won't be any skin off your nose.
Alright, so now we can take this ice pick and poke some holes in this can.
All the precision of a serial killer, you deftly poke some holes in the tin can with the ice pick. Ha! Having accomplished your immediate desire, and in the process hopelessly dulling the ice pick, you exhibit absolutely no regard for this barren piece of locality laughingly called the environment by brazenly tossing the ice pick away. You're such a consumer.
Yep. What's this here?
Like a cup?
You surreptitiously swipe the elixir, looking around to see if anybody's watching. Fortunately, nobody is.
What did we just get?
Oh, an elixir?
Van Gum's magic elixir is positively guaranteed to cure myopia, melancholia, the vapors, congestion, consumption, malaria, piles, shingles, rickets, leprosy, bubonic plague, gout, bursitis, arthritis, and the galloping cruds. 190 proof. of this tin advertising is still years in the future.
So it's a bottle of essential oil. It's fine.
Yeah. It's essential oils and homeopathic remedies.
Whoa!
It's Barbara Mandrill and the Bobettes, stars of stage, screen, and barnyard.
Yep. No time to watch that right now, because we gotta go finish our gas mask before we die of horse farts. There we go. Now, we got some stuff over here.
Need to get some coal.
We do.
Take the leather strap. Smithy won't be needing it now, wherever he is.
Right here.
You take the rope. Now that Smithy's closed up shop, he won't be missing it. Digging through Smithy's formerly white-hot forge, you find an unused hunk of charcoal which you decide may well be of use to you. So you keep it.
There we go.
Now, all this stuff could we have collected, like, on the first day?
No, the stuff from Smithy's, you have to wait till he closes up shop. So that would have to go now. I think we could have gotten the ice pick and the can on the first day.
You slip the leather strap through the holes in the tin can. They fit perfectly. Congrats! You always wanted a tin feed bag.
It's as if it was made for it.
Mm-hmm.
You drop the charcoal into the tin can. Now we're getting somewhere.
Wow.
You take a few deep breaths from the gas mask, clearing your head and enabling you to go on a while longer.
Yeah, so we just have to do that every so often now. Click it on ourselves. Until we solve this horse farts problem. So now we have to follow the instructions in the book and capture some flatulence. So just gotta wait a little while.
Oh!
A really terrifically disgusting idea. Unfortunately, the horse's tail momentarily blocks your act.
I was too late. Gotta wait for another fart.
You're beginning to feel a little lightheaded.
Uh-oh. Get a breath of fresh air.
You take a few deep breaths from the gas mask, clearing your head and enabling you to go on a while longer. You will not need to hyperventilate in...
Oh, dang it. I was standing too close. I'm going to go to a different horse.
Oh! Is it too late?
Gosh darn it.
You're beginning...
Oh!
A really terrific...
Do you have to, like, move the tail somehow?
No, it's just a timing thing.
Deep breaths from the gas mask, clearing your... What may well be the most revolting idea you've ever had. You hold the brown paper sack up to the horse's anal sphincter and wait. With a reverberating The horse responds, inflating your bag with a foul sample of gas. You quickly twist the bag shut to lock in freshness.
All right, let's go analyze this.
Let's go analyze this.
You're beginning to feel a little lightheaded.
Uh-oh, we're getting...
Gas mask.
We're getting a little lightheaded.
You take a few deep breaths from the gas mask, clearing your head and enabling you to go on a while longer.
Off we go.
Let's go do some chemistry.
Yes. There we go. To the back.
To the powder repository.
Yes. Now, we need to light our alcohol lamp, but first we need to fill it up with something. I wonder what might burn.
Ah.
You fill the alcohol lamp with Dadgum's alcoholic elixir.
There we go. So now we can light the alcohol lamp.
Yay!
We can put our spectroscope in front of it. And now we need to, I think we just use the paper bag directly on it, something. I'm gonna actually save the, save the game first. Oh, can't save the game here. Alright.
This is where you...
Exit! Exit!
Let's save over the bank of Bob for now. Horse
yes, 'cause that...
in a bag. Yeah, in that particular game we were close to... That particular save we were close to death from the fumes anyway, so...
Yep, that was the fart death timeline.
Yep. Truly the darkest of timelines. There we go. I want to put this right here, and then we'll want to take the flatulence and click it on the gaseous spectroscope.
The spectrum lines on that etched glass viewer reveal volumes to those who know how to read.
All right.
Oh.
So, we've got something here. Now, let me see if I can share this on stream here for a sec. So, if I bring up this right here, and let's see if I can actually add a window capture, and I'll see if I can...
I'll just bring up the stream so you don't have to share it over Skype.
Oh, yes. I'm just trying to see if I can actually share this properly here now. Nope, that's not sharing anything.
Oh dear.
That's not sharing anything at all. Let's try... Let's try bringing up this with a different... Scroll down, scroll down. Alright, so we'll just change the settings on this window capture. Huh, doesn't seem to want to capture it. Can capture my mouse, but no, none of the stuff inside.
Well, that's irritating.
Anyway, I'll get rid of that window capture. There we go. Okay, anyway, if I could show it, there's a whole series of lines for things like apples and brown sugar, excess acid or excess carbon dioxide, caramel, meaty byproducts, or lentils. With a bunch of different spectroscopic lines. And these lines very clearly match lentils. So to treat lentil flatulence, we have to administer aminophilic citrate.
Of course we do.
Of course we do.
Score!
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 Aminophilic citrate, an extremely powerful cure for temporary, non-acute flatulence in man or beast. Should aminophilic citrate be unavailable, it may be created in the home laboratory. Combine 40 grams of sodium bicarbonate with 15 milliliters of furachlordone. Pour into beaker. Dilute with water to make 100 milliliters. Add 5 grams of magnesium sulfate. Stir the mixture well using only a pure glass rod. Pour into medicine bottle and cork, then mix 1 to 1,000 with water.
Well then.
Yes. Luckily, one medicine bottle will make exactly 1/1000th of a horse's water trough.
Hooray!
All right, so we're going to need 40 grams of sodium bicarbonate with 15 milliliters of furachlordone. So sodium bicarbonate's right here. We're going to need that. We're going to need our beaker. We're going to need this guy right here. So we want to have 40 grams. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So we'll dump that in our beaker. Now we're going to want 15 milliliters of furachloridone. Where is that? There it is. Boop. So we'll need our graduated cylinder. 5, 10, 15. We'll pour that on in there. Put that back. Dilute with water to make 100 milliliters. So we've got 55 milliliters in there, so we're going to need 45 milliliters of water. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. 100 milliliters. We'll give that a stir. Oh, no, wait. Don't want to do that yet. First, we want to add 5 grams of magnesium sulfate.
Don't forget the magnesium.
That could be disastrous. I assume.
I mean, you don't want to make a bear.
Well, I don't mean to.
Undo it! Undo it!
Where's the magnesium sulfate?
Do we have magnesium sulfate?
There it is.
Oh, there it is.
Got a little box. Poof.
This is where you can...
Yeah. Now we can mix it up.
Mixy, mixy, mix.
You toss it into the waste receptacle.
Medicine bottle. There we go. And we'll pop a cork in it.
You carefully label the jar aminophilic citrate. Congratulations, you've just created your first batch of Pharkas's deflatulizer.
Hooray!
Hooray! Pharkas's deflatulizer. I'm gonna save the game right here. Deflatulizer. Alright, and let's go administer this, and I think that will be a perfect time to end the stream for this evening. As soon as we cure these horses of their farts.
And by so doing, save the town from farty death.
Yes, of course.
How are they all still alive? They don't have gas masks.
Who knows? Well, I mean, we are thinner than most of the other men in town, so
I guess
we probably just don't have their constitution.
You carefully pour the deflatulizer into the horse's water trough. The horses greedily lap up the delish and nutrish medicated trough water.
Seeing as how his home-brewed patootie sealant done the trick on these horses, Freddy ran round and dumped the stuff into all the horse troughs in town. It weren't long before the folks of Coarse Gold was all breathing a sigh of relief. Freddy tossed away his homemade gas mask. Kind of a shame, too, since he could have made a purty penny off from the patent rights. Life returned to normal, for a short spell, any hooch, until one lazy day when one of the local inbreds came a-running up with the latest calamity.
Latest calamity! Oh, are we no longer closed?
I don't know.
Board up your windows and doors. Lock up the women and children. Run for the border, Louise. There's a stampede a-coming. A stampede!
Who the hell's Louise?
Wow.
Freddy, you only got a week and a half before they get here.
A week and a half?
They's snails!
Snails? Snails?
Good heavens! This is the worst thing to happen to Coarse Gold since the great hail of clams back in '83.
All right. So we've got a stampede of snails heading our way. We'll save the game here. Stampede of snails.
The horror. Wait, well, okay.
Liz says you're probably just allergic to horse farts. Yes. Yes, very, very violent anaphylactic reaction that Freddy has to horse farts. Well, we will. What are we doing on points? 630 out of 999. So we will pick up here on our next episode and see if we can't deal with this stampede of snails.
I foresee doom.
Probably yes. But anyway, until next time, thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you next time on I Don't Understand Spinach.
Bye-bye.